Welcome to video 7, Time Signatures in Learn to Read Music Without Playing an Instrument. Time signatures help musicians know what rhythm to play. Time signatures look like fractions, but they function differently. The bottom number of a time signature is super important. Both are important, but the bottom number, look at the bottom number first. The bottom number tells you which note gets the beat. Think back to a previous video when I said that we were thinking about whole notes as getting 4 beats. A whole note has 4 quarter notes, a whole note gets 4 beats. That's the foundation we're working from. If a whole note gets 4 beats, then a quarter note gets 1 beat because 4 quarter notes make up a whole note. When 4 is the bottom number of a key signature, this means that the quarter note gets 1 beat. The top number of a time signature tells how many beats are in a measure. In 4/4 time, there are 4 beats to a measure. And remember, the 4 on the bottom tells us that the quarter note gets 1 beat. So how many beats are in a measure in 3/4 time? 3 beats are in a measure of 3/4 time. 3 quarter notes fill up a 3/4 measure. I've never seen 1/4 time. Does it mean it doesn't exist? I've just never seen it. These 3 time signatures, 4/4, 3/4, 2/4, are the most common ones that give 1 beat to a quarter note. There are other time signatures that work off of this. There are even some time signatures that use a half note as getting the beat, but the bonus material will look at some of those. For starting to learn to read music, if you learn 4/4, 3/4, and 2/4 time signatures, you will be able to read a whole bunch of music, and all of the time signatures work exactly the same way. So as long as you remember, the bottom note tells you which note gets the beat, and the top note tells you how many beats are in the measure, you can decipher any time signature you come across. Let's look at something here, all 3 time signatures put together. In a real piece of music, there would not be a time signature on every measure. Usually there's just one at the beginning of a piece of music. Sometimes more advanced, more complicated music has a time signature change somewhere in the middle, but it's usually not every measure. This is just to help you see them all together on a staff. 4/4 is the most common time signature. It's so common that it's sometimes called common time and is indicated by a C. So C, common time, is the exact same thing as 4/4 time. It's just a different way of writing it. Here you can see 4/4 time and the C for common time on a staff, and you can also see the C, the common time, at the beginning of a piece of music. I almost said score there because a score is the actual written piece of music that you're reading from. Here we have 1 measure at the start of a score on the illustration on the right. All right. I think you know what's going on here, but I'll walk you through it. The bottom number tells us which note gets the beat. 8 is on the bottom. If we were working from the foundation that a whole note gets 4 beats, a whole note has 4 quarter notes, a whole note has 8 eighth notes, then an 8 on the bottom of a time signature means the 8th note gets the beat. In 6/8 time, the top note always tells us how many beats are in a measure. In 6/8 time, there are 6 eighth notes in a measure. So instead of quarter notes getting the beat, the 8th note gets the beat. We can talk about why in more advanced music theory. For now, we are just learning how to read the music. So here's 6/8 time on a staff. And you'll notice when there is a grand staff, the time signature goes on both the treble and the bass clef staff. All right, time signatures. Here you can see the 4/4 time signature with a measure of quarter notes. 4/4, the 4 means the quarter note gets the beat. The 4 on the top means there are 4 quarter notes to a measure. You can see that here. On the right side, as you're looking at the screen, 6/8 time, there are 6 eighth notes that fill up the measure. The eighth note gets the beat. Quickly, let's review on the G clef staff, which pitch are these notes representing? It's the same in both the left and right side. That's right, it is G. And on the bass clef staff, what pitch is represented? F. That's right, F. Good. Alrighty, let's practice some more. In this time signature, 3/4, which note gets the beat? The quarter note. And how many quarter notes would fit in this measure? 3. What time signature, what numerical time signature is equivalent to this symbol? This is common time, which is equal to 4/4. So which note gets the beat? The quarter note. And how many quarter notes would fit in the measure? 4. Which note gets the beat in 6/8 time? The eighth note. And how many eighth notes would fit in this measure? 6. One more practice. We're going to put everything together here. Everything that we have covered so far in all of these videos. Let me work you through step by step how to read a piece of music you have never encountered before. The first step, identify your clef. Here we have a G clef. What is the time signature? It's 3/4. That means which note gets the beat? The quarter note. And how many quarter notes fit in the measure? 3. Okay. Now that we know our basic rhythm foundation and which clef we are in, we are going to name the note rhythm values, whole note, half note, quarter note, and so on. Okay, so here we have half note, quarter, half note, quarter, half note, quarter, half note, quarter. And the pitch values, remember that we are looking at the G clef, which means the second line of the staff. The second line from the bottom is G, and then we say the alphabet up or down from there, depending if we're going up or down the staff. I'll give you a second, and then I will tell you what the pitches are. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to give you the rhythm as well as the pitch names. Let's see how I do. So we have D, A, G, B, C sharp, A, F, A. All right, you are reading music. You really are. I'm so happy for you. Next time, we will learn about key signatures, which help us play or sing in a comfortable range. You're reading music. Keep practicing. Go for it.